back home more than 45 years ago. Back in the late 60s, or the middle 60s, when same George Henry here and I, and Donald Manning. The first time we started singing, it was same place here in Trenchtown. That's what I say. Trenchtown is the era where all our singers came out back then. So we all started same place here in Trenchtown, around 66, 67. Same period as His Majesty came to Jamaica. Now, the first recording was Satamasagan, which was recorded 1969, 3 years after His Imperial Majesty came to Jamaica. We recorded that song. The main reason for recording that song, a delegation went to Ethiopia back in the early 60s. The government sent a delegation, and one of the main things that the emperor told the delegation that when they come back to Jamaica, they should start teaching the people the language of Ethiopia so that they can communicate with the Ethiopians because they are blood brothers. And we were the first group to establish the Amrik and reggae music, Satamasagan. Many people hearing the word Satamasagan never realize that it was Amrik. You see me, more ancient than Amrik. It's Giz, the more ancient tongue. You know what I mean? Well, Donald Manning and his brother Linford Manning and myself, we recorded that song. That was the first recording. The second recording was Declaration of Rights. George Henry, myself, and Leroy Sibley from the F2 under the same Abyssinian heading. And from there on the career started because several other songs, you know, Declaration of Rights, Power Down to Zion. But a lot of the recording we do with the Manning brothers, Linford and Donald. Well, a recent album, Last Days, was recorded by Melvin Trusty and George Henry. I'm in and out with two different set of people working. The Abyssinian is like a corporation, like, you know what I mean? More than one people sing with me. So as I say, everything started same place here in Trenchtown.
I'm with the group from the 60s, right? Well, at some stage I was out because I was representing Jamaica at the football team and things like that. You know, but I was still connected. During the traveling, the touring, my most memorable experience was in Japan, a city where I went to 7 cities in Japan. And how the place was, and how they, in terms of their business life, they were on time, you know. And the cities were so clean.
Well, I've been with the group around 20 years, you know. We've been together, rehearsing and, you know, trying to get the team together. And we start moving shows by shows locally, you know, till eventually we, you know, get some tour and we start to travel. You know, we've been all over the world and, you know, good experience so far. And as I say, it's like prayer. Each time we perform, it's like a prayer to me, you know. So I really truly have thanks to be a part of this, you know. My greatest memory is in Paris. We went to Paris, you know, and I saw the Eiffel Tower, you know. I always saw that Eiffel Tower in the documentary, you know, and when you touch it, you know, so that's a real memory for me and a pleasant memory, you know.
I've traveled all over the world for the past decade or two. But the most memorable place that I've visited was Israel, Jerusalem. Hearing about Jerusalem all these years as a youth, and reading about Jerusalem in the Bible. And know what I mean? It wasn't until about 3-4 years ago I went there twice in the last decade. I was surprised to the Dead Sea, and actually had a bath in the Dead Sea. They showed me over the hillside was Jordan and Jericho. And we went into the Holy City where they buried Christ. I was amused to see people trying to pick up things from off the tomb, either the stones or the rock. There's nothing to pick up, but people are always trying to find something. We went against the walls, the great walls of the city. It was very historical for me. Music alone keep me energized over the years because I've been in music from infancy, crying as Bob said. You know what I mean? And just being and meditating with the music and creating music always keep me alive. You know, we're flesh and blood, we can get sick and anything. But other than the music, I do a lot of exercise. I ride my bicycle, I ride my bike. I'm 67 years old and I'm still riding my bike. I don't change from what I do. I try to eat good food, I go to the sea in the morning, wake up early, buy the sea and get my fish. And my fish deep. You know what I mean? Ride my bike around town, go where I go, I don't drive a car. I can't afford a car but I ride a bike. And this keep me energized. You know what I mean? I don't change my style. The only thing I may change is my eating habits, you know, because sweets and fast food. I still eat sweets, but I kind of cut down on certain things, you know what I mean, because you have to move with the time. When you get a little old, you're not burning up so much energy, even though I still do exercise and ride along, you know. Think wisely, create the music. Music alone keeps me energized, me personally.